Hello, it is April 20th, 420. Ha ha ha. Oh, and another week is gone. Like, it's crazy to me how much time is flying by. I guess this today was the most Monday feeling Monday in a minute. So maybe that's a good thing. I'm sore. My upper back's tight. But hey, I don't have my meeting today, so I can take my time, which I'll take that. But there's like some ceremony tonight that's at like 7 to 8, and it's like, "Oh, dress nice." Okay, so I had to bring a like a dress shirt and a blazer. I'm like, "Is that too nice?" I don't know, honestly, I don't really care anymore. Let's get into the charts. No char Ooh, also one thing, it was my birthday on Saturday, and my brother got me this nice hold on, this Koenigsegg pendant to Ghost Squadron necklace or chain, and it's like, I've never had a chain before. And when he asked me, I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take a chain." Oh, it just means something to me, dog. But let's get into where we were. All right, let's do it like this. Not 30, right before the open. Okay, so I forgot I have that on, but that's kind of important. Not really important, but interesting to see. So, please tell. Yes, I have them here. So I'm like, could we just do what we did last Monday? If we go back to last Monday, boom, go. We gapped down, we pushed up, market open, pushed up. We had that balanced price range. Boom, push up, push down, squeeze some liquidity, and then rip it up and take the high, right? And I think I haven't checked the week before that, but I'm like, it could possibly be the same thing. Although it wasn't that big of a gap, so that's probably why. But push down, yeah. But Mondays, sometimes they just rip, and I'm like, that kind of looks good with how we've been. Why does it look like crooked? Huh. And so I'm like, well, we kind of are in that where boom, we gap down, huge gap down like 300 points. Gap down, push up. We have a high, took the low, took the high, rebalanced, didn't take the low. Did ES take this low? Nope. ES didn't. Oh, ES didn't take either lows, but took the low, didn't take the low. Boom, closed higher, took the high, rebalanced, push high. So I'm like, we're in distribution mode. The only way we get out of that is if we manipulate to go lower, which I'm like, what do I need to see to go lower to manipulate? What's my model? Okay, sweet zone liquidity will hold an area that I expect us to reject in, or we could slight retrace to then push it up and then reverse it, or just keep running, or we just keep running without giving an entry. I'm like, I'm fine with that. Those are my options. Man, my neck is tight. Ugh. And so I'm like, well, what does it look like over here? What can we hold? I'm not seeing much. I'm just seeing a lot of chop up, gap down. And so I'm like, well, technically, this blah, 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 blah. 30 minutes. I'm like, 30 minutes. There's a gap right here. There's a fair value gap right here. But I'm like, these highs, these stacked highs right here. Was that even on the 5 minute? Yeah, those stacked highs kind of look good to take and then push it down if we wanted to. So then market open, boom. And I mean, this kind of looks like last week's too, where we have this low, and then we have this high. Okay, boom, push up, take the high. Okay, now what do I want to see? Take the low to then take the high. We pushed up. Okay, I'm like, well, if we just run here, I'm fine with that. That was a possibility. Giant sell closable there, and I'm like, I was like, either this isn't, or oh, it comes later. The entry comes later. But I'm like, okay, check on ES. That took that high. But if we check ES on this, we haven't taken anything. We just finished filling the gap. Or no, we didn't even well, no, never mind. What did we do? We didn't even fill the gap on ES. And so I'm like, well, I kind of want higher, and let's just check YM for shits and giggles. YM closed the gap. So I'm like, okay, YM closed. I'm like, ES is really the only one that needs to close the gap left. And so I'm like, I wanted to see higher from here. And I'm like, okay, what do I have to see? Boom. I'm like, okay, that SMT. So we swept the range high. Boom. Came down. Technically, that's the range low. But I'm like, okay, this balanced price range on the 15-minute right here, inside of this 15-minute fair value gap, BISI or SIBI. I always mess up the two. I can never get it right. But then I'm like, okay, well, if this happens and we just revert, okay, that's unfortunate. But then I'm seeing this, actually a couple more candles. I'm seeing this, and I'm like, well, this is either an entry for shorts, right? Boom. If we have this liquidity sweep manipulation, down, retrace up, this is balanced price range. We're holding this change in the state. Boom, push back up, swept, turtle soup, CISD down. Either that's an entry for shorts, or we're about to manipulate and then retake the high. Boom, that's a nasty wick to sweep out those. And then now I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I this is a nice spot for entries for shorts to take, low of the day. But I'm like, it doesn't make sense, right? I wrote it here. It doesn't make sense for us to reverse right here because what we haven't taken anything. Obviously, we tapped into this. What about? But I'm like, I want to see a sweep something higher to then go lower to then push back up higher, right? And so I'm like, it's weird being a Monday with this gap. And oh, we didn't even fill the gap, did we? Yeah, we didn't fill the 15. Yeah, we didn't fill the 15-minute gap. So that's another thing. And it's like, I want higher to push up here, take that high, and then go lower. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, welp, you know, I still want to see this be the manipulation leg. Boom. Oh my goodness. What a nice push down, sweep out people that were going short right here. Boom, boom. Manipulate those people out, push up, and I'm like, okay, this could be good to take the high. Give me my model, push back down, order block, soup, CISD. Oh, give me that. No, just rip, rip. Oh, so close. And then we melt. And so I left probably about right here. Yeah, a little bit before that. But I'm like, okay, well, this could just be a deep rebalance holding this to then push up. Like, if that's a soup, change the state up there to then run the high. I mean, that would be a pretty large, oh, that'd be a huge stop loss just to take the high. But I'm like, oh, if I my draw is higher, fill that gap, like it's not that bad. There'll probably be another entry somewhere in here before we just rip faces through that. Nope, we just melt. Okay, soup there. Okay, we're holding this change initial change instead. I like that. What would invalidate longs is like closing down here, putting in and forming an order block and then respecting it, or respecting, bearish Ferrari gap or this volume imbalance right here. We already respected the volume imbalance here, which is kind of a red flag, but that's in premium. So I don't really care. And then that gets put in and we just close lower. We rip it up, push up higher. But anyways, like closing down here is not what you want to see, but we're holding this down here, which is like, okay, what do I need to see? We soup that. So really that could have been the soup CISD for longs right here. But it's like, well, shoot, if I'm finding that as an entry, I'm entering here, stop loss all the way down here. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I probably could have taken that, but I would have taken it as a loss. Yeah. Oh, immediately stopped out in that one candle. Disgusting. Boom. Then do that. Push back up, take the high again. Ugh. Nasty. Once we got closure bonus, we just melted. Which, I have this fair value gap, 1 minute fair value gap, because it's like we pushed up, held it, pushed up, held it. Boom, next candle opens low, and then body's held it up. Right. And so I think really once we started once this candle closed below it, that's when it was like red flag for longs of like, okay, I don't like this anymore. We're starting to disrespect stuff we should be respecting. And so I'm probably on the wrong side of things here. But if I think about it, I'm like, what? This doesn't make sense. I did not see that. Okay, that doesn't change too much, but if that's now the manipulation leg, and that's or if this is the manipulation leg right here. Oh, stop. If that 954 to 956 is the manipulation, which is 54 to 56 right there, that's the manipulation leg. Boom. Then we're trying to find entries in here. Okay, where's the soup? Where's the soup? Where's the soup? Put in a high soup. Soup. And then changing the state happens, here. And so if you're seeing this, if you think shorts are the move now, that that's in, I mean you target the lows, right? Target low of day, target all the way back down there. But then it's how I can't it's hard for me to see this being the manipulation, right? Because we didn't fill the gap on either asset. And so it's like it's hard to make it make sense. I mean, obviously we have a soup there, and then changing the state that we're currently printing here at this candle. So this candle at 10:15. Okay, yeah. So 10:15 just opened, and we're opening low, and so it's like, well, shoot. It's hard for me to. This is a whole lot of noise, right? And you know, I would have preferred to see NQ take this high and then go back down or squeeze something out. But it's a Monday. It's quote unquote less probable and it's less likely for stuff. But once we start closing down here, red flag for longs, and then it's like, okay, if shorts are the move, where do I want to target? Target down here, but then really, I mean, we haven't taken this range low yet, and so just targeting that down there. Boom. Oh, oh. I mean, that's another soup CISD there. Possibly get short. But then if you're pushing up here, I mean, we haven't taken it, so that makes sense. Soup, CISD. Now this is the type of entry I like taking. Is that now we've taken that, we haven't taken that yet until that candle. So boom, pretty much that soup, and then closing below. Not a very nice looking day. That's another soup CISD. Holy crap. Yeah, just I've gone quiet because it's like, oh my gosh, look at how many soup CISDs we're having. Like, that's not normal. Like, that's kind of crazy. Soup. Change below, push back out, retest, soup. Change below. What in the hell was that candle? Hey, look, we hit our target officially. But, you know, without this strong, uh, like, without like the strong liquidity sweep and manipulation at the highs, this manipulation, you know, possibly in here. We manipulate, we fake out all the people going long in here to then go short. But I'm like, why? It doesn't. That's the one thing that doesn't make sense to me right now. Is the why did we not like sweep anything out to then go? Which I think explains something to me because like, okay, boom, I'm watching for this. Boom, boom, no entry, no entry. Red flags once we get closure down here. But then it's I don't what I've been able to swap my bias in to shorts. It would be hard for me because I love waiting for that liquidity sweep manipulation. That's a nice failure swing. Push down. Oh, this is clean too. And right. And so kind of confusing. I mean, there's rhyme and reason for why. Okay, we kept selling because we kept respecting that action, but the full reversal I was not expecting from this action. I wanted to sweep something out and then do it. Where are we now in action? Ow. Oh, look, I see. Look, we took the low. Boom. That kind of looks like manipulating people out, pushing back up. Failure swing. There's no soup. Oh, wait, never mind. That's a soup CISD. Down here. No sink. And that's another soup CISD. Holy crap. This is soup CISD heaven. Oh my goodness. Like that's crazy that all that stuff's holding, right? Boom. And then now we're in premium. This is still kind of close to discount, but playing off of that, okay, push up, down, down, soup. Okay, didn't get the closure, push down. Okay, soup holding that. Boom. Then once we get above there, soup close like soup CISD for days, and then what is this? The rebalance up to I would love to see it up here. So holy crap, that's a lot of soup CISDs. Boom, like that. I mean, I can just oh wait, I gotta mark this CISD again. I'm I mean there's soup CISDs for days here, which is kind of crazy. But if you have that backbone of shorts, if you can see shorts as the move, so clean. Longs down here makes sense. Even to me, if you miss all that, longs down here makes sense. And so this is kind of a crazy day looking back at it. Damn, it's been 17 minutes. Kind of a crazy day for entries. Like, holy crap. But longs down here makes sense. 1107. Like, I don't know. Would I still be on if I didn't take any of this? Probably because then I'm like, okay, 11 o'clock could be this could all just be the fake Judas swing to then have this be the actual move up, right? And so, I've that's been happening the past couple of weeks where, we'll do some BS and then 11 o'clock will be the actual move. And so, nah, I'm not gonna write anything. But it's like, damn, that being stuck on not stuck on longs. I'm like, I know what I need to see for longs for shorts. I know what I need to see for shorts and never got that. Let's check ES. Where's ES? Basically the same thing, just playing off it a little bit lower. But it's like, okay, that does look like manipulate. What does this standard deviation look like on? We probably don't even hit it. Never mind. That's pretty good. Is that a 2? Nope. Nope. Okay, so that kind of makes sense in that aspect of it. But if we mark this as the manipulation, oh my charts are freaking out. I hate when it does that. Dog, I'm paying for a subscription. Why can it not work sometimes? There we go, right here. Oh, hmm. I mean that works out as being manipulation, but it's like, where's my liquidity? Where's my holding bearish action that I need to see in order to take more shorts? It's like on Friday. Because if I go back to here, it's like, okay, why was I able to find where did it go? Oh, right here. Why was I able to find a trade right here? Oh, it's because we're holding this. That's the balanced price range, right? We have this order block. Like I don't need to see it sweep too much lower. Okay, I know if we hold this and then we swept it, manipulated it again, that's good for longs. I need to see what I need to see held. This was more of a continuation. But here, it's like, is this continuation shorts or is this just who the longs are in and we're going to take the high? And so I mean, it worked out to two, but why did we reverse in here? That's my biggest thing. If I can figure that out and apply it to times in the future, like that would be nice to know, nice to have. But I'm like, how often does this really happen? If I can spot the entries and where's a good time to enter the market based on that without having that background, we're going to be golden. It's just then finding out the background and the narrative to make the move in. So I mean, that's all I got for today. Oh, I got 35 minutes, so I got some time. I got to eat. Then I'm gonna go to the bathroom, take a shower because I'm sweaty, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Overall, not a bad day, but I'll see y'all later.